Hello everybody, this is GWS, and we're gonna just take a little tidbit of more secular bullshit. Yeah, really, I'm kinda done with Kyle Kalinske. He's just childish twerp. I don't even bother thinking about him except for making a couple line comments on his videos and stuff. But this one I just found pretty amusing, because, you know, let's put this in this perspective before we play this. This guy has a degree in political science. Um, and we pay a huge amount for his education. So, backdrop of this video is like there's a dating app that's doing this poll of what people in these states hate most. First of all, it's like it's retarded because how are more than one not going to select the same thing? So apparently there's a little bit of a selective process on what they put for each state, but that's not the important thing. Important thing is Kyle's ignorant, so let's listen to what he has to say.
I obviously am not going to go through all 50 states, and I'm not going to expose my ignorance too much as to which states I know and which states I don't know.
Wait, what?
my ignorance too much as to which states I know and which states I don't know. These states, and I'm not going to expose my ignorance too much as to which states I know and which states I don't know.
and also, just keep in mind, this guy's about, what, he's 30 years old or something? I don't know exactly how old he is. And I was required to learn this when I was 10. I was actually gonna sing the song. It's a little long for this video, but like the little song we learned in grade school. I'm sure I'm not the only. The United States, the United States. I love my country, the United States. There's Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, and Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, and Kansas. You know that song, goes on, but I'm not gonna sing it because I've embarrassed myself enough already. But yeah, that's I learned that when I was like, it was like first grade, second grade. It was when I was a kid. We did a little concert, and I was so proud. You know, my role, because like I didn't really communicate a lot well with people, so my role in the thing was like I was holding up limbo sticks for people. It was fun. It was a blast. But important thing is, this is what we learned when we were 10, and I still remember. Like, you had to cut out the states with scissors, and then they made you place them like in the right spots. And then you had to know where every state was, and this was like grade school stuff. You know, and I'll never forget that too. And by the time I was 12, it's like I could like that name any particular state and place it probably within 90% accuracy where it would be geographically, even if the US Canada and US Mexico borders weren't drawn. You know, so there's that. So you had and then Kyle here, he doesn't even know all of the states. But it gets funnier. You know,
My knowledge is probably lacking on that, but let's take a look at some of them here. What do they hate in the thing that Corin used
so he
at the
goes
end
into
of
California and
Dinner's
stuff. Let's
recently?
get to the good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, but they hate that Corin recently. Yeah, I don't know what the thing that Corin used at the end of Kyle and Corin.
Oh, this
Not
is where.
in
Here's another thing too.
California, fidget spinners. Not even sure I know what that is, but I think it's the
How?
thing that Corin used at the end of
It's
Kyle
in
and Corin
literally
recently.
every YouTube video.
Yeah, I don't know what
Is
the
this
fuck
guy
that is,
like
but
a
they hate
shut-in or
that
something?
in California. Okay, in New York, New Yorkers hate Times Square. As a New Yorker, I can go ahead
Okay.
and verify that.
I have
I'm not
no
a big
idea
fan of
why.
Times Square. We have Florida. We're gonna go to next. Workout couples. I don't know what that means. I guess couples who work out together.
How?
That's a funny thing to despise.
I agree,
In
but
Texas,
still.
sleeping with the window open. That might explain why they're super armed in Texas.
Okay, you
They're not a
think
fan of,
maybe there's other reasons you wouldn't want to have
not
a
having
window open?
privacy and security. So sleeping with the window open is their biggest pet peeve. And then now I'm just gonna jump around to
Sleeping
other
with the
states here.
window open, maybe when it's like 100 damn degrees outside, you know?
We have
You know, but there's this little liberal bias he has to insert in there, as usual.
tuna salad. I think that's Georgia
You
and tuna
think?
salad they don't like. Edward Snowden.
He doesn't even
What
know
the
what
fuck?
state that is. He can't name the state. Watch
And
this one.
embarrassingly, I'm not sure what state that is. And
Embarrassingly.
you have DUI checkpoints. Is that South Carolina?
You just missed South Carolina, idiot.
Um, dabbing pizza grease with a napkin is despised in North Carolina, I think.
Oh my god. What does he say? It's North Carolina? Let's see. Dabbing pizza grease. Jeez, I can't see worth a shit. Let's look at this. Where's dabbing pizza grease? Oh, right here. Virginia's North Carolina now, yeah. Oh.
People who use money clips, Pennsylvania. Is that Pennsylvania or Virginia? I think that's Pennsylvania.
Basically, what's the state you missed? Is that Virginia guy? Or is Maryland Virginia?
They don't like people who use money clips. And you guys can see the rest there. Hilarious. We got NSYNC somewhere in the Midwest.
Somewhere in the Colorado.
Seinfeld is despised in the Midwest.
Kansas, you mean?
That's pretty funny.
I like how he's laughing. He doesn't
The
even...
New York Times. Jesus. Going to the gym.
New York Times, that's South Dakota, Kyle. Going to the gym, that's Montana, Kyle.
Is that Montana? They don't like going to the gym in
Oh
Montana?
my god, he got one
Anyway,
right.
that's funny. Tying a tie. Anal sex.
It's Ohio, Kyle.
Wow.
That's where I was born.
What is that, Louisiana? No, that's not Louisiana.
Mississippi, you mean?
Anal sex despised. Jesus. Okay. So, I'll let you guys, take a look at the map yourselves here, but man, this is interesting. Graffiti is despised in Alaska, which is
Oh,
interesting
finally,
because they
you
don't
got
have
one.
any. So I don't know why they despise it.
I'm
But,
surprised
yeah.
you didn't call
Well, there
that
you have
like
it, man.
Nevada.
What does your state
Nevada.
despise? Put in the comment section which thing your state despises. Porn. One of the states despises porn.
That's Utah, Kyle.
Okay, mark that place down as the last place I'd ever want to go to. And I don't know what place that is. Which is
don't
kind of
know.
sad. But yeah, there we have it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's funny, but is this how people in New York are educated? I mean, I'm curious because yeah, he went to college, but then again, there should be some kind of assumption when you go to college that, all this 50 state stuff was covered. Like, that can't be something we gotta teach here. So, on a serious note, New York has problems with their primary education system and probably secondary education as well, high school. It's, you know, it's funny and sad at the same time, but, it's like, here's the thing. I'm not big on judging people who don't know certain things, I get it. There's things I don't know, and there's times where I just look dumb, where I'll just say something that's just, for lack of a better term, not accurate, and I'll make predictions that are wrong, and I do dumb stuff. I'm not gonna speak from a glass house up here and claim, like a liberal would do, that, I'm this beacon of intelligence. I'm not. I make a lot of mistakes too. But this is a guy who constantly talks about people being not smart, Republicans being buffoons, the party of stupidity. Think about that. Like, how how does that work? I just somebody who does not even know the 50 states where they are, and that's important information to, just know. You understand. Geography, it's an important part of our history because if you want to know, say, for example, what the Native Americans, the impact, you know, on our country's history they had, you have to know the geography because the geography is important. You have Manifest Destiny, which was a westward expansion. If you don't even know, you know, what Kansas is and what Nebraska is, and you know the the Mason-Dixon line, and you can't name these states and these areas, and you could only kind of vaguely quote history. It's a problem. So New York primary education system, you kind of let this guy down. And our college education let him down too, because how does this get by a college? Like, even if it's not their job to teach it, they still got to be able to detect people who do not understand this stuff, and you make them take shoot, what's it called, an elective course, like where you go to college and you get your high school credits that you didn't get. I forgot what they're called, but you get those. Anyhow, thanks for listening, guys. God bless.